You know, deep inside all of us, there's this hidden network, a kind of master control system that's quietly managing our mood, our stress levels, even our digestion. And the most incredible part? We can actually learn to tap into it. I mean, just imagine for a second. What if you had a switch you could flip to instantly feel calm after a crazy day, or to improve your digestion and just feel more centered? It sounds like something out of science fiction, right? Well, it turns out your body already has one built right in. We're talking about this massive biological superhighway running from your brain down to nearly every major organ you have. This is the silent force that's constantly regulating your heart rate, your breathing, and your body's incredible ability to find its own calm. So, what do we call this hidden superhighway? Well, it's called the vagus nerve. And honestly, understanding it is the key to unlocking your body's own natural state of balance and well-being. Its name actually comes from the Latin word for wandering, which is just perfect because it literally meanders all the way from your brainstem down into your abdomen, branching out to your heart, your lungs, and your gut along the way. You can almost think of it as your body's internal internet cable. Now, to really get what it does, we need to quickly look at the two sides of our autonomic nervous system. You've got the sympathetic system, that's your fight or flight response that revs you up when you're stressed. And then you've got the parasympathetic system, your rest and digest mode that chills you out. The vagus nerve? It's the main highway for that entire rest and digest system. It's the star player on the calm team. Okay, so we know the vagus nerve helps us relax, but how well does it do its job? Well, it turns out the activity of this nerve isn't just on or off. It's actually measurable, and we call that measurement vagal tone. The best way to think of vagal tone is as your own personal resilience meter. It's the underlying activity level of your vagus nerve. So if you have a higher vagal tone, it means your body can bounce back from stress really quickly and efficiently, shifting you back into that calm, relaxed state much faster. And the difference here is pretty stark. High vagal tone is linked to all the good stuff: a better mood, good digestion, lower inflammation. On the flip side, a low vagal tone is associated with things like anxiety, digestive problems, and even chronic inflammation. It's a really powerful indicator of our overall health. This is a pretty fascinating idea, right? But is it just a concept, or is there an actual way for us to measure our own vagal tone? Yep, there is. The key metric is something called heart rate variability, or HRV. Now, this doesn't measure how fast your heart beats, but the tiny, tiny variations in time between each beat. Higher variability is a really good sign of an adaptive, resilient nervous system, which points directly to better vagal tone. And the cool thing is, a lot of modern fitness trackers and smartwatches can actually measure this for you now. All right, let's dive into one of the vagus nerve's most fascinating jobs, acting as that superhighway for the powerful, powerful connection between your gut and your brain. You know how we all talk about having a gut feeling? Well, it turns out that's not just a metaphor. That intuition you feel is literally your vagus nerve carrying a constant stream of information from your gut directly up to your brain. It is real, physiological communication. And it is a constant two-way conversation. But what's absolutely amazing is that something like 80% of the information flows up, from the gut to the brain. It's reporting on things like nutrient levels and inflammation. Only about 20% of the traffic flows down, with the brain sending signals to control digestion. It's this incredible, nonstop feedback loop. And this, right here, is why the saying, "you are what you eat," is so much more profound than we ever thought. Because of this constant conversation, your digestive health has a direct line to your mental well-being. A healthy gut can literally send calming signals to your brain, while an unhappy gut can send signals of anxiety and stress. So this all leads to the most important question of all. Can we actually improve our vagal tone? And the answer is a resounding yes. Let's look at some simple, super practical ways you can tune in and activate this powerful nerve. And the best part is, you don't need any fancy equipment. We're talking about simple stuff. Just splashing your face with cold water can trigger a response that activates the vagus nerve. Even singing, humming, or just having a good belly laugh works, because all those vibrations in your throat and chest directly stimulate the nerve as it passes through. Of all these techniques, though, one of the most powerful and accessible is simply changing the way you breathe. So let's walk through a really simple exercise you can do pretty much anywhere, anytime. This is called the 4-7-8 breathing technique. It's super simple. You're going to breathe in through your nose for a count of 4, then hold it for 7, and then this is the most important part. Exhale slowly, and I mean slowly, through your mouth for a full 8 seconds. That long, slow exhale is the key. It's that sends that powerful all-clear signal up the vagus nerve, telling your body it's safe and it's time to trigger that rest and digest system. Just doing 3 to 5 rounds can make a huge difference. So, look, your vagus nerve is your body's own built-in tool for resilience and calm. It is always there, just waiting for your signal. You now have the knowledge to flip that switch. So the only question left is, how will you choose to connect with your hidden healer today?